So, Mike, how are you feeling about the book so far?
I'm tickled pink with the book. I can't wait for it to get out there because once word gets out, there's going to be a huge demand for the book. I only hope we print enough, but we're probably going to have to go back to press at one time in the future. And the reason I say that is because the story is outstanding in every way. There's no lecturing. There's no scolding. It's all drama from the first page to the last. And every panel pops. There's not a wasted space in it. This is what I've been working for my whole life. And one of the things that keeps me going is I believe I'm a better writer every day. So I'm trying to write more. And as you know, Gary, I don't know if we're going to get into this before the show is over, but you and I are working on a project, and I may have to mention that. But anyhow, Thin Blue Line was obviously inspired by the events of the summer of 2020 and the defund the police movement. And this is my response. 20 years ago, a story like this wouldn't raise an eyebrow, but now it's considered controversial, which is insane. You're either for the rule of law or you're not. So if you play that video, then people will know what it's about.
Yeah, we're big supporters of the men and women in blue. Both Keith and I, we support anybody who serves this country. And because we both have family, plus, I serve, but Keith has kids that served, and your dad, as I recall, too, right?
Yep.
Keith? Yep. So very service-oriented families. And Thin Blue Line, I think, is something interesting. Do you mind if can I show the trailer video?
Please.
All right.
Beginning with issue number 1, Mike Baron wrote Marvel's The Punisher for over 5 years, approaching it as a straight crime comic, without any superheroes, aliens, or robots. Over the course of 60 issues, Baron elevated the gritty anti-hero into one of the most popular and enduring characters in the Marvel Comics universe. Now he brings that same ultra-realistic intensity to his latest graphic novel, Thin Blue Line. In the middle of a long, hot summer, a police shooting ignites a city. Activists, opportunists, and provocateurs descend to riot, loot, burn, and kill. Thin Blue Line follows Officer Valeria Baca and her partner as their detail guarding the mayor turns into a battle for survival. Ride along on this harrowing tale of two brave law enforcement officers fighting for their community and their own survival in a world gone mad. Eisner winner Mike Baron has created an alarming tale that unflinchingly examines human fallibility on every level. Along with penciler Joe Arnold, himself a full-time police officer, and talented anchor Jeff Slemons, they've created a moving and entertaining story ripped straight from today's headlines. Thin Blue Line exposes the defund the police movement and its consequences for society, but several comic book companies have refused to publish it. Now we're asking you to join the effort to distribute it independently and help support the men and women of law enforcement. Get your copy of the only graphic novel to offer an unflinching and not always flattering look at the men and women of law enforcement during a time when we need them the most. Not all heroes wear capes. It's a thin blue line between the rule of law and a world of chaos. Which side are you on? Thin Blue Line by Mike Baron. Order now on Indiegogo.
Thin Blue Line Comics, yes. Fucking cool shit, Mike. I'm stoked about this. I'm also stoked about working with you. And of course, working with you and I both is my good friend, Richard Bonk. Bonk and I love working together. And any chance we get to work together, we get excited. So we're working with you. And we're also, he and I are working together with our buddy, I can't say his real name, but everybody knows him as Script Doctor PhD. And with him, I think you'd be amused by it. It's basically a parody of Escape from New York, and it's saving Kris Kringle, and it's a comedy, but it's action oriented. And I said, I bet Mike would like that. Well, look who showed up, Zax.
Hey, how's it going?
How have you been? Zach is our director, so you can actually get off camera now, bitch.
You mean that we've been stumbling through this without a director?
Yeah, he shows up. I'm grateful that he showed up, to tell you the truth. I was like, oh my God, am I going to be able to do everything?